Good morning, Stallions and Stallionettes. This is going to be the last video I make about the PS5 Dualsense Edge until I get that gamepad in hand for comprehensive review. I have had it pre-ordered for about 2 months now directly from PlayStation or PlayStation Direct, and that is for launch day delivery, but logistically we'll see about that. I decided to make this video as an intermediate video, kind of a middle point between the announcement of the PS5 Dualsense Edge as well as my comprehensive review, because some new information has started to pop up as we're seeing some early hands-on previews. To my knowledge, Sony hasn't sent out any units to any YouTube studios. Influencers, content creators, whatever you want to call them, actually had to go to Sony PlayStation headquarters, which is an awesome facility, by the way. My invitation got lost in the mail. It happens, not a big deal. But we do have a little bit more information, some good, some bad, about the Edge. And what really implored me to make this video, honestly, it was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, or the kind of nail in the coffin, if you will, was this comment on Facebook, which, by the way, watch out, YouTube. Facebook gaming is rapidly approaching the numbers we have with our 70,000 strong in the stable. JK, the growth over there is like non-existent. They don't like VOD, they like that live stream and stuff. I've been seeing a lot of comments along these lines. This controller is going to revolutionize gamepads. This is the controller to change all, etc. If you're referring to the fact that this controller has swappable thumbstick modules, this is not new technology. The Astro C40 is a wireless PS4 controller that I reviewed. Swappable modules. The Thrustmaster eSwap S and X both have swappable thumbstick modules. Granted, they're wired Xbox controllers. Now, granted, the ideal play for us, the consumer, the gamer, would have been for Sony to use magnetic Hall effect sensors, because those would virtually never get stick drift, unlike those potentiometer thumbsticks that inevitably will get stick drift, whether it's 4 months or 4 years down the road, because they have potentiometer sensors and a carbon strike plate. I like to call it a strike plate, but it's a contact patch that gets worn down constantly. It's a physical connection, as where the magnets just break connectivity. That's what senses your thumbstick movement. There's no physical connection there. It's magnets. Fucking stick drift. Get on out of here. Quick sidebar: if you see the 1 or 2 people in the comment section saying that magnetic Hall effect sensors can still get stick drift and stuff, just disregard those articles, claims, whatever. But since Sony knows it's more profitable to sell you these $25 replacement modules, I think they're 20, these replacement thumbstick modules where they can monetize you on the back end rather than just selling you a $200 Pro controller right up front. But in my opinion, it's honestly kind of a middle ground for all of us, where they can still monetize our asses on the back end and make money other than just the controller. Super shitty, I understand that. But instead of having to chuck out a $200 Pro controller, you can just replace the thumbstick modules. There's a couple of things I want to address about the Dualsense Edge. The first one is going to be battery life. There's a ton of articles popping up saying that battery life is slightly less good than the stock PS5 Dualsense controller. That actually is surprising, because I have tested a shitload of third-party Pro controllers, premium custom controllers, for the PS5, and they've all sported identical battery life to a stock PS5 Dualsense. So I'm wondering what the heck is going on inside that Edge that is decreasing the battery life. And that is actually really weird, because as a first-party Sony controller, I would think they would want to be a little bit closer to the Microsoft Elite Series 2 with their 40+ hours of battery life. But now we're hearing that the Dualsense Edge is closer to 5 to 6 hours of battery life, which is nowhere even near the same realm or ballpark. And by the way, 40 hours is wildly conservative on the Series 2. I have praised it for its battery life in the past. I swear to God, it has like hundreds of hours of standby time. I have left it in a drawer for months, turned it on, played with it for like 6 hours, put it back in a drawer, came back to it months later, done the same thing. It's insane. The Edge, not so much. It's looking about 5 hours is the average. It's weird to say average, because there's literally like only 5 or 6 sources on YouTube that have gotten hands-on time with this controller and put out content. We're hearing short battery life, and that does suck ass, especially because you would like it to go the other way, especially with a $200 Pro controller. So I will be doing my own personal testing of the battery life, not only charge times from completely depleted to completely charged up, but then also, of course, runtime, average runtime. Now, to get my initial review out, I'm probably not going to be able to get it fully charged several times, because I want to get that initial review out. But for long-term ownership follow-ups, I will definitely include more information about the long-term battery life. Another key feature that I hadn't really mentioned or covered previously is you do have onboard mic control, so you have a game chat blend as well as your headphone volume by holding down the D-pad in combination with a function button, basically. Kind of a cool feature, but we've seen that in a ton of $30 Amazon generic controllers, like nameless, generic, brandless controllers. Those modules for the audio controls are nothing crazy. That's not breaking the bank book over there during the assembly process or anything. This is all of the contents of the box, and of course you are going to have that carrying case, which is white and black to match the two-tone Oreo design of the console and the controller. We answered our question. $20 for the swappable thumbstick modules. Let's take a deeper look. You do have that little tab to be able to pop them out. Sony did speak on the structural rigidity of the controller and not wanting it to feel flimsy or cheaply built because it had these swappable modules. So everything will still feel OEM, factory, if you will, because it's a first-party controller. But what I really want to speak on, if she'll just turn the hell around for a second, wow, even on the Sony website, you would think they'd have the best quality pictures. You know what? Fine. PS5 Edge controller rear. I would like one that has the paddles and the niblets. You have two lever back buttons, as they call them, which are traditional aluminum paddles, kind of typical of what you'd see on an Elite controller. And then you've got these half domes, which is a unique shape. I don't think I've tested a Pro controller with this specific design yet. Carrying case actually does look really nice, not gonna lie. Oh, and there's a little QR code top dead center. I guess there's no physical instruction manual. You just scan that and that'll take you to a digital manual. Not my favorite method of delivery, but it will work. One day it would be ideal if Sony and the controller captain lived in a symbiotic relationship, or I could get one of these plastic princesses in hand for a full comprehensive in-depth tour and review for my lovely, gorgeous community here. I think it'd be beneficial for everyone. They get information and feedback from their key demographic, the Pro controller audience slash customer, people that are interested in Pro controllers, and I don't have to spend $200 on a Pro controller. It's good for everybody. It's gonna get in my hand regardless, one way or another, whether I gotta break out the old bank book or not. I am extremely excited to test out this Pro controller, but in the meantime, no, I don't think it's going to revolutionize the Pro controller market. I don't think it's gonna blow your nips back or any of these comments that I'm seeing. Comments plural, several of them. Just wanted to make this quick little impromptu video to say, hey buddy, cool the jets, cool the heels. This is an impressive Pro controller for sure. I mean, this thing looks cool. It's got some interesting features, swappable thumbstick modules, shitty battery life. I am genuinely excited to get hands-on time with this bad boy. Drop in the comment section below your opinion of the Dualsense Edge and mention any premium or Pro controller you would like reviewed right here at Gamer Heaven. Peace. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, as well as honest gaming product reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, mics, chairs, etc. There are some hefty exclusive discount codes found only in the description of my videos and only for the audience here at Gamer Heaven. I have links to all my other platforms and socials in the description below. To get in touch with myself and the Stallions and Stallionettes of Gamer Heaven, join the community Discord, and check me out at twitch.tv where I go live every other leap year on a blue moon if it falls into an odd calendar number, and my pH balance is on point. Just kidding, starting June I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Thanks for watching. This has been AK40 Kevin hosting Gamer Heaven, and I'll see you tomorrow because I upload daily, all the time, 60% of the time, sometimes, most of the time. Peace.